What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Shakur Stevenson responds back to his big brother, as he calls him, big brother, right? In Pound for Pound King, Terrence Bud Crawford making a statement that he would love to put Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis on his undercard as the co-main when he fights against another first ballot Hall of Famer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, in September. And he stated that he was asked the question, and this is how he answered the question. He didn't volunteer the information, right? Let's just solidify that. Let's just get that straight right now. It's not like Terrence Crawford volunteered this information. He was asked about Shakur and Tank, and he said he would love to have that on his card, right? With that said, he says that co-main event, he said if Tank wasn't so cocky, that would be a great opportunity, but he's too cocky to fight on the Terrence Crawford card, right? And, you know, I beg to differ, and I said that, I don't think that that's a fight that should be on an undercard. That's a fight that stands alone, right? That's his own entity. He needs his own date, own location, own time, right? Own attention, right? It don't need no interference, right? And Shakur Stevenson, he responded, and he agrees. He says, nah. He told Terrence Crawford, I love you, big brother, and everything. But no, me versus Tank is the biggest fight in boxing, period, right? So he's saying that me versus Tank is bigger than you versus Canelo. It's the biggest fight in boxing, and watch the pay-per-view numbers go crazy is what he said. He said, watch these pay-per-view numbers go crazy, right? Is it bigger than Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez? No. Is it massive fight? Yes. No, it's not bigger. Because Terrence Crawford is the biggest star than Shakur, and Canelo is the biggest star than Tank Davis. And Canelo Alvarez, with the correct dance partner and name across the ring from him, he's going to do massive numbers. He does bigger numbers than Tank without a massive name across the ring. You put a massive name across the ring from him, and another Hall of Famer and another undefeated fighter, no. And Shakur got to understand this too. After that performance with Lamont Roach, Tank Davis' stock took a hit. Now people start to think the aura of invincibility of surrounding Gervonta Tank Davis is no longer. It's gone. Now people are like, all right, yeah, we can see this dude. We can see him losing now, right? So the shock, the aura of invincibility, that's gone. You know what I mean? People are no longer going to believe that, Tank Davis is just this massive knockout artist that can't be stopped. It's just a freight train that's on the loose with no brakes. They ain't gonna believe that no more. They don't see that no more. You know what I'm saying? People now view Tank Davis as vulnerable. Unless he fights Lamont Roach and rectifies that situation with him and Lamont Roach, Gervonta Tank Davis' aura and invincibility is gone. Lamont Roach has removed that. The aura of invincibility surrounding Terrence Crawford is there, but people are hating on Terrence Crawford. They want to see him lose. And with Canelo, his fan base is so rabid that they don't care. He has such a support and following, and he already officially lost, that his fan base doesn't even care. So therefore, and they are two first ballot Hall of Famers, Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Is it one of the biggest fights in boxing? Absolutely. Is it the biggest fight in boxing? Absolutely not. But it's as they progress, 1,000%. You got to understand something too. People are down on Shakur's performances, right? People believe that Shakur Stevenson is a boring fighter. See, nobody believes that Terrence Crawford is a boring fighter or any of the above. People are down on Terrence Crawford simply because they don't like Terrence Crawford. There's a difference. and just simply not liking Terrence Crawford and hating on Terrence Crawford and not liking his performances. That's two different things. And when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, people are, people are, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but people are very ignorant to the facts that they don't understand the sweet science of the sport of boxing. They don't respect it. They respect rock'em sock'em robots, and if you don't give them rock'em sock'em robots, well, then they say you exposed or you boring. Same with Devin Haney. Same with Floyd Mayweather. People paid to see Floyd Mayweather lose. Shakur's not at that point. That's the difference. Terrence Crawford gets knockouts. He's exciting. People just hate on Terrence Crawford, right? And what's at stake with Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is massive on top of it. But I respect the fact that Shakur believes that. I believe it's the second biggest fight in boxing. I believe that. Right? I think that actually it's the third. If you made Devin Haney if Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia in the rematch in October, Devin Haney versus Tank Davis would be bigger than Tank Davis versus Shakur because of the history. Because of the history. If Devin Haney would have beaten Ryan Garcia and we wouldn't have all these issues, Devin Haney versus Tank would be the biggest fight in boxing. Or arguably the runner-up to Canelo and Terrence Crawford. And if Devin Haney beats Jose Ramirez and then beats Ryan Garcia in the rematch in October, because I still don't think by that time Tank would have fought Shakur, which means that fight will still be looming. If Devin Haney beats Jose Ramirez and then beats Ryan Garcia in the rematch, that will be the biggest fight in boxing. People will call for it again. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out, man. But I do think Shakur and Tank is, if not the number 2 fight, is definitely number 3. Right now it's number 2 because Devin Haney got to rectify his situation. But drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.